This is the picture the Obama administration wants Moscow to see. The leader of Ukraine's new post-revolutionary government being welcomed in Washington. In a powerful symbol that the US is standing firmly behind the fledgling administration in Kiev. The Prime Minister, who's not even recognized by Moscow, was given the full motorcade treatment here as he headed to the State Department to meet John Kerry. Many here in Washington say that show of US support should translate into military backing for Ukraine.
Not boots on the ground, but troop deployments in neighboring NATO states, for example, in Poland, in Hungary. Just a way to sort of show the Russians that we mean business. It does border 4 NATO countries, and you can certainly understand the precedent that it sets when Russia invades a European country and no one does anything in response.
After his discussions with Secretary Kerry here at the State Department, Arseny Yatsenyuk heads to the White House, where US economic and political support for the new government in Kiev will be on the agenda as he meets President Obama. There was more powerful symbolism at the executive mansion as the Ukrainian and US leaders sat side by side in the Oval Office. And President Obama offered a glimmer of hope that the referendum planned for Sunday on the future of the Crimean Peninsula can still be halted.
There's another path available, and we hope that President Putin is willing to seize that path. But if he does not, I'm very confident that the international community will stand strongly behind the Ukrainian government in preserving its unity and its territorial integrity.
So my message to President Putin, Mr. Putin, tear down this wall, the wall of war, intimidation, and military aggression. Let's stop. Let's calm down.
Even as the two men met at the White House, a congressional committee advanced a measure to impose significant sanctions on Russia, a bid to pressure Vladimir Putin to pull his troops out. The House of Representatives has already passed legislation authorizing loan guarantees of up to $1 billion for Ukraine. Stephen Pfeiffer of Washington's Brookings Institution says international help for Ukraine's economy is key to its future.
What they're going to have to work out is an agreement which provides assistance in return for which Ukraine commits to certain economic reforms, which are really going to hurt. And I think the one sign, or one of the good signs, that the people in charge recognize how hard this is going to be is Yatsenyuk, the acting prime minister, about a week ago said, I am heading a kamikaze cabinet of ministers, because what we're going to have to do to turn the economy around will be so painful politically, that we're all going to drive our political standings into the ground.
The most pressing concern for Mr. Yatsenyuk and the 3 men he met at the White House is what Russia does after Sunday's referendum. Concerns that Ukraine's very new Prime Minister will no doubt raise as he heads to the UN in New York on Thursday. Lorna Shaddick, Washington.
Know more about your world. eNCA.com